Hey, what's up, guys? It's John with Air Capital Kayak Anglers. I'm actually in Augusta, Kansas today at Santa Fe Lake. It's kind of windy, it's cold, it's about 45 degrees out right now. There's a storm getting ready to roll through, so there's a cold front. And hopefully these fish haven't shut off yet, but I'm not too worried about getting on the water this early in the morning. I want to do a quick overview of my RipTide Kayaks A13 WaterHog. I've had it for a month or two now, probably closer to a month. But anyways, I've had a chance to paddle it around. I've had a chance to catch some fish out of it. And I just wanted to go over it. There wasn't a whole lot of YouTube videos out there for people that are looking to purchase a new kayak. I think this is really a good investment. But there wasn't anything out there, so I just wanted to put something out there for everybody to be able to reference if they're in the market for a fishing kayak, you know, in a lower price point. So I'm going to bring you on over here and we'll check it out. All right, here we are, guys. This is the WaterHog. And I've made a couple small upgrades to it. Nothing real crazy yet. I'll do some more stuff in the future, but I went off and left my crate at home. I usually have a crate that I can store about 5 more rods on and put all my tackle boxes in and everything like that, but it looks like I'm just rolling with 2 or 3 rods today. But so the first thing we notice if we go from back to front here is the rudder system, and this does come stock with this, which is a great feature. This is a foot controlled rudder system. I did not have one on my old kayak, and this has saved my butt, especially fishing in a current, fishing in a river system. This thing is awesome. You know, you don't even have to do much paddling if you're going with the wind. And even when you are paddling, you don't have to compensate, paddle one side versus the other to try to turn. I mean, you just paddle and then your feet, control the rest, which direction you go. So so there's the rudder system. We'll follow it over here. And this is how you control whether the rudder's up out of the water. So if you're getting into a shallow flat, if you've got some submerged trees or something coming up on you, if you are in a river system and it gets in a shallow area, you can just pull it up, and then same deal right here. Pull it up, or put it back down in the water. So you've got 2 flush mounted rod holders here built into the kayak. So like I say, I usually carry 7 or 8 rods with me. I throw these 2 in. I have my crate sitting right here, and then I have 5 more that I can set down in there. We've got a hatch right here, and I lost the lid, so I stole my wife's lid, but there is a dry bag attached, like a little basket dry bag attached right here. So you can keep stuff dry. You can access the inside if you want to mount, batteries or, whatever you want to do. If you want to do a lighting system or something like that, you can access the inside of the kayak from right there. Here's the seat. This is one of the most important, features I consider when I'm looking for a fishing kayak is a nice seat, and obviously stability as well. But this seat is awesome. I love it. It's just as comfortable as my past fishing kayaks. So I don't notice any fatigue on the water. I mean, I'm able to stand up and fish from this thing, so if I switch it up from standing and sitting, I probably wouldn't even have to have a comfortable seat. But that thing makes it nice, and it'll slide up and down if you loosen these up. You can actually bring your seat all the way up to here, because this runs on a track system just like this stuff, like the yak gear, yak track system. Same thing for how the front of your seat attaches to this rail, so you can slide it up and down. And I can show you here. I'll just have to loosen it up. See? So if for some reason I wanted my seat way up there, and then the cool thing about this is, that one came off. I took it off all the way. The cool thing about this seat is that it's not completely strapped down. I mean, I can bungee it down with using these loops here. I could bungee it down if I wanted to, but I actually throw an extra tackle box under my seat. I throw my big swim bait tackle box under my seat. So if I want to pull out my swim baits, this thing's stable enough. I actually just stand up here, flip my seat over, and I turn around in the kayak. I mean, I'm standing on this thing. I'm doing jumping jacks on this thing if I wanted to. Turn around, reach over my seat, grab my box, flip it back over, and there I am. I mean, it's just an extra, and there's, you can see how much room's under there. There's, 8 inches, so it's a bigger Plano tackle box. And I can actually show you which one it is. It's this right here. So it's a pretty deep one. But I usually just throw it right down there. See, there it is. Doesn't interfere with my seat. My butt doesn't touch it or anything. So I mean, I could stick a couple regular, size Plano boxes down there. I could probably even stick one more regular size Plano box down there with that one. So here is, I kind of skipped over this. Here is the rudder foot control system. Here, I'm gonna have to flip this up, I believe. Yeah. So this controls that rudder turning. So I'm going to move the left pedal, and see, it moves it this way. It's a little harder because it's not in the water. Maybe I can move it up a little bit. That's not going to stay, is it? Okay, there, you can kind of see it now. So here's the right one. Here's the left. Right? Left. And I didn't have one on my old kayak, guys. I mean, I had no idea how convenient that was. But I love it, and if I ever get another kayak that doesn't have a rudder installed, I will do one afterwards. I mean, this thing it's a lifesaver, and if you're trying to fish from a kayak, this just takes one thing that you have on your plate, off. Because if we're fishing, we're trying to focus on fishing. We're not trying to focus on staying in one spot. We're not trying to focus on paddling. We're not, and that's why people have pedal power kayaks, right? Because it's hands-free, because they don't have to focus so much on all the other stuff that's going on the water. So this is something that will benefit you in kayak fishing, especially if you're tournament fishing. It's not quite like having a pedal kayak, but I'm telling you, this thing's a lifesaver. So now you see all these tracks. So you see that the seat's on a track. You see there's a track system all along here, all along the front. and then all along the other side as well. So right now I have a Roto paddle holder. It's from Yak Attack, but you've all seen this mounting system. You just slide it in there and twist it until it's tight. So I can mount this, I can mount a rod holder, I can mount my fish finder, I can mount my camera mounts. I mean, I could really deck this thing out. I can really make this kayak everything I want it to be. With all these mounting options, you can do just about anything with it. If you wanted to do a scupper mount over the side here, one of the swinging arms, then you could mount it, on either side, and it would just come off into the water. But speaking of the transducer mounts, I did mine through the scupper. Now, this kayak comes rigged up with a recessed area for your transducer. It's already cut out. Here, I'm going to have to latch this up. Now, what I'm talking about here, guys, is right here. See this area? See my transducer? And honestly, I didn't even have to buy that $40 kit. I really didn't. See those recessed holes there? That's for mounting your transducer. I'm pretty sure that'll match up to the mount that came with the transducer. But I decided to do the scupper. Just a little bit cleaner install. Honestly, I didn't realize it had that. I had no idea that it had that, so I'm not even going to lie. If I would have known it had that, I probably would have saved $40 and just mounted it that way. But this is my scupper mounted transducer. I use the nice Lowrance kit. It is very nice. It's very streamlined. So that is nice about it. Then obviously you've got some room in here to store your favorite baits. If you want to store, like for me, I wouldn't store my pliers in here because I actually mount them another way, and I'll show you that. I'm actually wearing them on my belt right now. I'm going to take them off for you. Alright, so here are my pliers. What I do is they have a clip on the end of them. They actually came that way, but I mean, if you have a pair of pliers, or a cheaper pair of pliers that didn't come with something like this, or whatever the case is, you can buy these bungees on eBay. You can buy this clip at Walmart. You can buy them on eBay. You could probably buy 20 of them for $5, So there's not much that goes into making this stuff waterproof, I don't ever want to lose these. So coming over here on my seat, boom, if I ever drop those, they're not going to fall in the water. So that's an important part about kayak fishing too, is just making sure that you're not losing this stuff. And I have some solutions with my rods as well, and I can go over that another time. But I really just wanted to show you guys this kayak. So I can use this lid too to mount all kinds of stuff if I wanted to. There's a nice cup holder here. I use that. This is obviously meant for mounting, maybe a fish finder or something like that. But I decided to use these tracks because I can take them all off at the end of the day, throw them all in a box and not have to worry about them flying off when I'm loading the, or when I'm, you know, driving down the highway, or not have to worry about busting them up while I'm loading it up, you know. So to me, it just makes more sense to be able to take this stuff off, just to be able to pull it on, put it on easy, take it off easy, and not have to worry about all the headache that might come with leaving this kind of expensive stuff on here. There's another hatch up here, as you can see. So here's another way that you can access the inside of the kayak. And this, I believe, does have the dry bag. Yeah, see, so that's what I was talking about. I don't know what I did with mine. I took it off and I lost it. So, and then there you go. You can reach the inside of the kayak here. Maybe I was thinking about maybe putting my battery for my fish finder down here and running my cable up to the front of the boat. I don't have it set up permanently right now, my fish finder, and I'll show you that. I just have this running through here, which I don't want to do that too long. I don't want to mess up this wire, but eventually I'm gonna do it the right way. I'm gonna have to get one of those Hobie install kits. Here's the front hatch, and this hatch is nice because it's enclosed. I mean, I could put live bait in here. I could even go put some ice in here, throw some beer in there, you know, if I'm going crappie fishing, I could throw my fish in there too. So this is a nice little hatch that a lot of the other kayaks don't come with. A lot of the hatches that you see in the other kayaks won't be their own separate compartment like this. So this is a nice feature to have. Like I said, all this wiring and my battery, I have some junk in there as well. I mean, this stuff, some rod leashes and paddle leashes and a mount for my fish finder that I'm not going to use. But so all this wiring is going to be inside of the kayak when I'm finished up, and I'll do another video of that, but you guys kind of get the idea. Yeah, my buddy posted a picture the other day. He went fishing and filled this thing up with ice and threw some beer in there, and that makes for a nice little day on the water, guys. It really does. One more thing, actually I forgot. So this thing is 13 feet long. Might be a little more, but it's a 13. Now I installed this Yak Attack. This is the lever lock. This is the lever lock anchor trolley. And they call it that. Because it has this little deal right here. Now, see right now, I can't move this cord. So if I have my anchor line strung through this, like you're supposed to, then my anchor will stay right here, right? It won't move up and it won't move down. Now I move this to the unlock position, and I can grab this top line and move the anchor up and down my kayak. See? So now the anchor is at the back of my boat. See it? Now the anchor's at the front of my boat. This combined with the rudder system, I mean, and if you have like a stakeout pole or something like that, I mean, this thing is a lifesaver. This and the rudder system save me. They keep me positioned where I want to be. There's some wind going on right now, you know, 10 or 15 miles an hour, and I'm probably going to be able to stay where I want to fish. I'm not going to have a huge problem with it. So that is nice. But yeah, this is an aftermarket deal. and it is very easy to install. I did it, in about 10-20 minutes, and you do drill into your kayak, but I haven't had any problems with that. So this is something that you definitely want to invest in after you get you a fishing kayak, but it's not real pricey either. So that rudder system, if you tried to install a rudder kit on a kayak aftermarket, you're looking at $200. So RipTide just saved you about $200, and a lot of these fishing kayaks do not come with that feature. Something on here, this bungee system, I usually set my box back here. I wish I had it to show you guys. I'd set my crate, and then these bungees kind of hold it in place. Now this is also on a track system, so I can mount stuff back here. I can mount a camera boom, I can mount a 360 light, I can mount a visibility flag. I mean, I can mount whatever I want on this track, right? Anything I want that has the capability. Now, something that's cool, these little deals that hold the bungees in place can also be moved, right? See? Loosen it up. Now I can move it up and down, okay? So I can maneuver this however I want it to be, depending on what I have back here. So this is it, guys. This is the RipTide A13 WaterHog, okay? And if you guys have any questions at all, just hit me up on YouTube, hit me up on Facebook. I'll put links down in the description. You go to our Air Capital Kayak Anglers page and ask any questions about this kayak specifically, or fishing, or kayak fishing, or whatever. So we got a lot of knowledgeable people in our group, and we're always willing to help out. So I'm gonna go ahead and sign out, guys. Here, I'll show you real quick before I do sign out. Now, I showed you this, right? So I've got that camera mount set up there. It's already in place. So all I do is I take my camera, I set it in there. You guys probably all know how this works. But boom, then I can film from this position, and you guys can watch me catch fish all day long. So, like I said, my name's Jonathan Morse. I am the club president of the Air Capital Kayak Anglers. We're located in Wichita, Kansas, and man, we're loving this RipTide. So, just like I said, let me know if you guys have any questions, and I'll be more than willing to help. All right, I'm out, guys.